The first time I did SOP was
2019.
Fue en 2019 en Токіо.
Я пройшла в 21-му році. Це був клас онлайн.
Nice to see you all.
I went all the way to Washington, D.C. for my first SOP class.
Токіо.
So yeah, that's how crazy I am.
Я майже нічого не зрозуміла. І що ще можливо за цим?
What did you discover for you in that first class?
For me, I always thought I didn't get energy. I always thought energy is not for me. I'm more of a head person or mind person.
I was always saying, no, I want to stay realistic. And the other hand, it was like, that's what you want to see in the world.
Al principio no entendía nada, era como, ¿qué es todo esto? Y energéticamente sí podía percibir que había algo, una invitación a algo diferente.
you almost get that you do nothing, but something is changing and moving.
Okay, that's SOP, kids. Some of you are like, but what? I know. All you do is you just shift something slightly, and there it is. It'll get to a point where you don't even have to shift slightly, it will just be there all the time. Whew, that's nice. Imagine a world with this. Imagine the whole world, everybody, accessing this.
What it's created is a wave that anybody can jump on and ride. And I do kind of liken it to surfing in that, for me, I avoided doing anything like that for years because I thought, oh, the people that do it were born into it and they must have some natural ability and I don't understand it. And that is the antithesis of what is currently occurring with the symphony. What we see is people from all walks of life, mothers, engineers, fathers, children, artists, energy workers who are present in a class and recognize this speaks to what has always been true for them that nobody else has ever asked them. Nobody else has ever invited them to know is possible.
For the first time in my life, I actually had a sense that I can change something just by being me, just by what I am, with the energy that I be.
The way to do SOP is to be. Oh my God, if you look at it, stroke of genius. Now, here's the weird thing about being. It don't feel like nothing. You may have some different flavors or spaces or like, and we all get it differently. Because you and your awareness and your perception of the world and your interaction with the world are just like a snowflake. Or a snowflake's fingerprint. Which is like if a snowflake is one of a kind and a fingerprint is one of a kind, that's you.
When you see people that think they're not good at anything, or they're pathetic, or they shouldn't even, why are they even here? And then they do their first session and they're like, oh, I did this? This is actually, wow, I have this effect? Wow, if I have this effect on someone, I wonder what effect I can have on the world, on anything in my life.
So she walked in, she had a big smile on her face. Also, it was like, I'm 6 years old and I'm bad and I'm wrong. And my mom was late, she was driving, and my mom and dad had a fight, and it wasn't my, I'm sorry. Everything that is, everywhere you think you might somehow be anything other than amazingly phenomenal.
True. I was not wrong.
Still not wrong.
Y sí, empezó a cambiar absolutamente todo. Mis relaciones, mi cuerpo, mi vida, el dinero. Antes solamente creaba el dinero para sobrevivir y ahora empecé a crear el dinero desde un espacio totalmente diferente donde estoy prosperando y me estoy realmente permitiendo disfrutar de todo lo que me gusta en la vida.
You start to recognize something deep within you and throughout you that becomes something that stays with you and gets carried on with you throughout your life, that starts to supersede the sense of wrongness that most of us have lived with most of our lives. But far beyond that, because going beyond wrongness is really the first baby step, it's really the first beginning. But beyond that is a world of miracles that each of us is capable of, every single one of us.
I would say that is still one of the greatest gifts I received so far.
Eso.